Hey guys, it's your gal Malpal here, and today I have brought you one of my favorite things, Sims. I am doing the one color build challenge for you today that was created by Golden Simmer. The description is down below. I saw Sim Supply do this and I really wanted to give it a shot, so here's my speed build and let's get into this. Okay, guys, so I decided to choose pink off the inspiration of Sims Supply just because I thought the purple was really fun and it was a really big challenge for him doing, the kitchen and bathroom and stuff like that. So I wanted to do pink just because I also think there's a lot of really fun shades and also items that I really don't use because in most of my builds, which I'll be posting in most of my builds, I don't do color. I do a lot of like neutrals and things like that. And it was definitely a challenge because even the foundation, technically, we aren't allowed to do it unless it's pink. And there wasn't a pink foundation, so I couldn't do a foundation, which I was a little bummed about because there weren't also any stairs. I also am like the worst at doing those spandrels, so I'm just trying to figure out how to incorporate them because I think that's a really pretty look to incorporate. And by the way, all of my builds I always use move objects. I just think it helps out a lot. And that was me just realizing those bushes were in the house. But I just think move objects is just a really good, handy trick to have to be able to use just because, I mean, a lot of stuff you want to work should work and it doesn't, which is one of the things that I really don't love about The Sims, but I get it. So first I wanted to do the bathroom. So another thing you guys should know about my builds, I jump around. So if I'm like going through and I see a really cool item, I'll like put it off into another room so that way I can remember that I want to try to use it in another area of the house. Um, but here's the bathroom, and I really liked these items from City Living, the bathroom items, the sink, the tub, and the toilet. It's actually the talking toilet, which I just think is super funny. But and then I saw this little like potty training toilet, and I thought it was super cute. So I wanted to actually incorporate having a little girls' room because all the pink and things like that. So. I really do create my builds as I go, which is probably not a super great thing, but who cares? It's my builds. So, and then a lot of the pink things were actually purple, and it was super frustrating because I was like, well, I don't want to like not be doing the challenge correctly, so I tried to not use the purple type things because that couch right there has purple on it and it's not pink. So I was like, well, I'm gonna try to use just pink things and just kind of see where it takes me. And there's a couple things where I was like, I have to use this because it says it's pink. The game says it's pink. So I'm gonna use it as if it was pink. So again, me putting, those chairs, I just really liked those chairs and I wanted to try to incorporate them into my builds. And then I also realized that there's not a TV that I could do, which was like awful. I was like, I do not know what I'm gonna do. Um, because that's how usually whenever my Sims are like no fun, I usually just make them watch like comedy, and that also gets their comedy skill up. So whatever. And then I also saw this bookcase and I thought it was so pretty. It's from the City Living pack and I just loved it. So I was like, I really want to incorporate it. And then I did a swatch and I found that it was actually more pink, so I used the pink one. And then that item, that flower pot, was purple, so I didn't want to use that. And so I actually really did like a lot of the windows though that were pink. I thought those were really pretty and I really liked doing this challenge just because I was like, I never use these items, so I'm going to try to incorporate them more into my build. And I think I actually really want to try to do this in every color and create a neighborhood in Newcrest with every type of color. I think I'm going to do orange next, which I'm super excited about. I also found those little flamingos and like these porcelain pigs and things and items, and I just thought they were super cute. So I'm just trying to do the living room. I'm trying to find some items to fill the bookshelf because it's a huge bookshelf. So I want to try to fill some stuff in there. I also didn't really love a whole lot of the rugs, to be honest. I had a tough time figuring out what to do with the rugs. And then I found this fireplace and I was like, I have to incorporate this fireplace. It is so cute. So I decided to do like a half wall kind of thing and just have the fireplace be there so that way they still have the little points of entry into the bathroom and the little desk area that I'm going to be doing here soon. I wanted to try to do half walls, but they just didn't work out. They just were either too short or too tall, so I just decided to do a full wall. And I really liked that flower petal pathway from City Living. I really like a lot of the items from City Living. I think it's my favorite pack. I also really like Seasons. My only problem with Seasons is when I'm trying to film or, take screenshots or things like that, I have to use a cheat to get it back to summer, so that way it's like pretty photos. um, so here I am trying to do the little girl's room. Again, with the rugs, I just like didn't know what to do, and then I really just wanted to try to do the bunnies because I thought that was really cute. But I really liked that cloud light. I would like to use that in a lot of the kids' rooms that I do, and I also really like the balloon light too. I really love having kids in The Sims. I think that's a really fun thing that you can do. I actually did the 100 baby challenge, and it was so much fun, and it was such a challenge. It took me almost a year, but I was in school, so that doesn't really count. But it did almost take me a year, and I really enjoyed it. So I really want to try to do it again and do it better with all the things that I know that how to do. I really want to try to do the 100 baby challenge again and hopefully get that up on the channel. And then now I'm trying to do the mom's room or the parents' room, whatever. I really want to try to do that, but I could not figure out a bed that I liked, and all the side tables also sucked. Like, none of them are nice, and I wanted to try to go for like a more like older lady vibe in this house and try to have, like more frilly things and like lace patterns, that kind of thing, kind of like an old lady's house. I also struggle with house shapes. I'm usually very bland with how I shape my houses. So that little alcove right there where I put the plant, I like had no idea what to do with that area, but I wanted to try to have a different look for the house, have a different shape for the house. So I did that and put a plant there. That's usually my key is if you don't know what to do with an area, put a plant there. And there's no plants at all that are pink, which is just super fun. I do really like that pink tile though. I thought the pink tile was very interesting, and so I really wanted to try to use it, and I think I'm actually going to try to use it more in my builds. I also really like the little calendar note thing on from Parenthood. I really like that, so I wanted to try to incorporate that. And then can we talk about how awful these counters are? They are so awful. And they're the only counters. Like the only counters are purple. So I was like, well, I need counters, and technically the game says they're pink, so I'm gonna just go with it. And so I did, and then I wanted to use that table. I never use that table. I think that table is so dumb, but I thought it was a really cute addition for this build since it is that pink color. And I was just trying to find a placement, and then I decided to move my door, which I actually really liked. So I wanted to use that, and the board is pink, so I thought that was very cute. But yeah, those counters were just awful, and I just did not know what to do with them. And then also, can we talk about the doors? Look up pink doors in your game, and it is awful. They're all like the doors from Parenthood. If I didn't have that pack, I don't know what I would do. But they're all the doors from Parenthood with like drawings on them. The front door and the back door was really cute though. And I just wanted to incorporate like some, wall art. They just didn't really have a whole lot of wall art that was just pink. It had a lot of other colors, and I didn't want to break the rules and do, something that wasn't majority pink. So I'm just trying to find some wall art things, and I just couldn't really find anything. So I just kind of started putting some stuff up. Seasons actually helped me a lot with some wall art to put up. I also really like that lighting fixture from City Living. I just didn't know how to incorporate it into my build, unfortunately. I really wanted to. And then I believe it was Deli. She actually taught me that trick where you take that kid's light that's really bright and put it over like overlapping the chandelier that's actually not that bright, so you can't even see it, and then size it down so that way you can use it and have it be brighter, and you really only see the pretty chandelier, which I was obsessed with the chandeliers in this game. So I'm just trying to futz around with the outside and just try to find places for things, and I was like, maybe I should move the house, and then I decided not to because I was like, I picked too big of a lot, but that's fine. So I really do like the windows. Like I said, I really enjoyed playing with the windows and using different things. And even though they are majority white, they are pink still. So I went with it. Um, Something fun fact about me, I love gardening. I actually think gardening and all the things that The Sims do with like the landscape tools and things like that, I absolutely adore and obsessed with. So I actually spend majority of my time doing that kind of stuff, and it's more just erasing and drawing. So I I didn't include that part in this build just because it was going to be like 4 hours before I speeded it up. And I just didn't think that would be very fun for people to watch. So I was trying to figure out how to like make a path to that little alcove, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with the alcove. So I finally saw that the flower arranging table came in pink, and I was like, yes, I'm so down. And also the beekeeper thing came in pink too. So, and then I wanted to do a little fence and then have a little yard. I also love that The Sims for the 20th anniversary did the hot tub, and it came in pink, which I loved. And I used those pink trees from Island Living to create kind of like a privacy screen. And here I am just futzing around with the tools for um, the gardens and for the landscape. And so I was like, I'm gonna just not film this because I feel bad that it's taking forever. So here's my walkthrough. I absolutely love this house. I think it was so much fun. And I definitely wanted to, make it kind of look like, kind of an old lady house, but just have it be like a very classic looking house. Most of my houses I do are modern. The bathroom, however, is pretty modern. I couldn't really work around that, unfortunately. But I really do like it. I also love those curtains from Island Living and, those wall appliques from Seasons. And the little desk area that I thought was really cute, just so that way they could get their fun up by playing video games on the computer. But this kitchen, I absolutely hate the kitchen, but there was nothing I could do with it, unfortunately. I do like the fridge. I think the pink fridge is super cute. And I do think that little table and chair set is really cute as well. I also didn't really know what to do with the mom or parents' room, so I just kind of threw some stuff in there. And that door is just awful. But I really like the door for the little girl's room. I thought that was very cute. So here's the little girl's room. I thought that carpet from Vampires was so pretty, and I really liked that wall print. And I usually don't use a whole lot of wall print when I do builds, so I wanted to try to incorporate that. Anytime I do a kid's room, I try to incorporate that. So, and I just really love those rose petals going into the hot tub. I just thought that was super cute. And I also love those benches. I believe that's from the Parenthood pack. I might be wrong on that, but I really love those. And then I just really love this little alcove little area, and it's covered by the roof. Roofs and me also don't get along very well, so I do apologize for any roof mishaps that I have in the future. And then I had all this extra land, so I wanted to create a little lagoon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had so much fun doing this build. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, please, if you guys did like this video. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you.